What is up everyone, Tom here from Team Deckplanet, DBS Deckplanet, the only deck builder around, coming at you with a deck profile. It's been a long time since I've made any video on any channel, but yeah, I thought after this weekend, UK had the Fest events, I went to the one in Leeds on Saturday, absolutely fantastic time, met some fantastic people who I know, people who I only knew the names of but I've never met in person. Everyone was lovely, had a great time, and obviously I'm here because I managed to take my pride and joy, Android 16, to nearly first place. Took him to second place in Leeds. Like I said, I only did attend Leeds, so I can only talk for Leeds. I did not attend Nottingham, but our chat's been popping off all weekend, discussing, what's been going on. So yeah, I'm going to keep this relatively short as for a deck profile, because I do think the more important thing is the matchups and the sideboarding that went on. Obviously, it was best of one pre-side. There was around 73 in attendance, I think, total. And the event went, fairly smoothly. And I think we only ran over by the predicted by about an hour or so it wasn't too bad. Very nice day, very well run. Thank you, Living Realms, for hosting and running the event. And yeah, let's just get into it. So for those who don't know, I've been playing Android 16 since release. Absolutely love the deck to pieces, have not put it down really since. I had a small break to play Cell, but then we came back to our senses, picked up our boy again. The deck is fairly sort of self-built in a sense. It's more, you have to put in the rounds to really get familiar with the deck and know what you're doing with the deck. So I guess I'll do a quick brief of each card, very quick. Leader, attack, pitch an Android, blue or green, draw 2 cards. Android 16s that have a rival, they don't have their energy exhaust, that's negated, so 12 check lands, perfect. Awaken, you can do 4 or less life, or you can do when there's 5 or more energy between you and your opponent, draw down to 5 life. Untap 1, draw 1, flip over. Perfect, means you can't get stalled. Leader backside, does not draw. Once per turn, activate battle. You can use a blue or green, or blue-green multicolour combo piece from your drop area. Perfect, you need that for your rivals. Because the main idea of this deck is, with these check lands that end up in your energy, you can rival them out once you've awakened from your energy. Simple as. So, the 12 check lands, pretty important. 5-drop promo, Stalwart Defender. Bit of removal, can search you out a 2-drop if you need it. Limited Disengaged. There's so many keywords. It's blocker, revive, limit 1, restands end of your turn. Can remove markers from unisons on your opponent's turn. Both of these, 1 cost arrivals. Fantastic. You can't run less than 4 of any of these, in my opinion, but yeah. So these are fantastic. 6-drop, 2 cost arrival, dual attack blocker revenge. When it's played, your opponent discards 1. Fantastic. One thing I should mention, the leader backside, once per turn, when an android comes out of your energy, it replaces with the top card of your deck. Once per turn. It's good to know. 7-drop, this is the boss monster, quote unquote. Arrivals for 4 energy, has double strike, 25k. When he attacks, your opponent discards a card. The main reason you play this guy is because he can cheat out a 5-drop or less Android 21, which we'll get into. But yeah, this is more often than not your boss monster, your win condition that'll lead into another win condition. Fantastic card. Again, can't run less than 4 of each of these. This 2-drop, Energy Amplification, old cards. You play it for 2, and then you put the top card of your deck into your energy. Lets you ramp 1. And then a very niche thing that you should remember is you can't play battle cards with 30 to 35,000 power for the game. Just stops you running things like Android 17 Turning the Tide. This card is the most important card in the deck. If you miss this on turn 2, you are gonna, well, you're not gonna have as easy a game, let's put it like that. You absolutely need to mulligan for this. Sometimes you do need to arrival this 5-drop to search the 2-drop on turn 1 using either a super combo or this 5-drop, which is a free combo as well. You neg in hand, but I feel like you absolutely need to see this turn 2. Otherwise, yeah, you're not going to have such a great time. Super combos, Android 18, 0 cost 10k obviously. Blue-green, perfect arrival fodder. Same as the 5-drop if you need to, this is a free combo if you've got multicolor energy. So these are your arrival combo pieces. When it's used from hand in a combo, your opponent bottom decks card, fantastic. And yeah, that's about it for the top row. Android 18, 2 off here, just a searcher, top 5, grab a blue or green Android. If you absolutely need to, at the end of the turn, you can pick up an energy pick up a blue-green energy and put back down an energy in rest mode. Let's just double check that's right. I never do this, I rarely play this card. Yeah, you pick up a multi and you can put down another card in your energy in rest. Sure, fine, whatever. This card is alright for turn 1, I guess. I end up siding this out most games. We'll get into that in a bit. So 2 of us there. Android 21s, we have Bad Omen, Beautiful Scientist, and Destructive Villain. So Bad Omen is when you want to push for damage, because 25k vanilla, single strike, sorry. When she plays, you can put one of your energy in the drop area, and your opponent puts one of their life and one of their battle cards in the drop area as well. You get to choose as well. Android 16 player gets to choose. So that's fantastic when you want to push damage. Beautiful Scientist goes the other way. 10k blocker. When she's played, you look at the top 7 cards, and then you put one of those cards, top 7 cards of your deck, sorry, and then you put one of those cards in your energy. So more ramp, more defense. I didn't really rate this one at first. I initially did a 3-1 split of Omens to Beautiful Scientist, but as I've been playing, especially on Saturday, the Beautiful Scientist is definitely a strong option when you can't exactly afford to push that extra bit of damage through. Destructive Villain. This is really a sideboard card, but I wanted to have a bit of extra sideboard room, so I've put this in the main for now. 20k, single strike. When she's played, again, similar to Bad Omen, you can put an energy in the drop, and if you do, you clear your opponent's board of anything that costs 4 cost or less. So, great board wipe. Side it out again if you don't need the board wipe in the matchup, but yeah, fantastic card. I just wanted to keep my Android count up in the main deck. So yeah, brought it in from the side to make room for other stuff. Fuse Zamasu, draft box card, 20k, indestructible. Basically, you don't pay 5 for him, you cheat him in by paying 1 energy and putting a battle cards that cost up to 5 in the drop area. So this was Successor before Successor was a thing. So with these cheap 1 cost arrival 5 drops, you basically can bring in Zamasu for 1 energy, cheap and easy. And then it's just, like I said, indestructible. When he attacks, your opponent discards a card. Beautiful. Adds to the sort of hand disruption that we've got going on with some of the other cards in the deck. Boo Unison. It's blue. You can play it a turn earlier than most decks because of your ramper. I'm not going to explain what Boo does. We know what Boo does. Fantastic card. As soon as this card comes down, unless your opponent has something like Kai or the new Vegeta secret rare to wipe it instantly, yeah, the tempo swings in your favour massively. These two in opening hand is a sign for a good game. God Sealing, obviously, counterplay to stop any big threats coming in that don't have deflect. Obviously a really good card. Senzu Bean, if you're arrivaling from energy, you want as much energy to play with as you can, and you want it in the combo step, or defense step, or offensive step, whichever. So Senzu Bean, really important there, 4 of. Chill's Army, it's a negate that then allows you to block and reach the combo step. So if you have beans, or if you have energy up after using a Chills, you can then arrival the cards that you need off of the blocking of this, the token that it creates. Dimension Magic, we're playing blue, obviously. And then, obviously, the best negate in the game, Baby Hatch. That is as far as the deck goes. Yeah, we'll go on to sideboard. And here we have the sideboard for Android 16 that I ran this weekend. We've got cards that were for particular matchups and generic cards that are fantastic in, against a lot of decks. So I'll start, I guess I'll start up here. Mafuba. So the particular matchups I had in mind when putting Mafuba in my side deck, it came fairly late in testing, did this going into my sideboard. It's one of my only few outs to Android 18 mil, because if you use it on the 5-drop freezer, sure, it'll neg everything, but the Mafuba will mean that the freezer isn't there to see all the negs, meaning you won't mill anything. So this is one of my few answers, along with God Sealing, to Android 18 mil. I also found this card very useful when testing against U7, as mainly for the... it's good for the secret rare, obviously, but for the SR, SPR, A-drop Goku as well. Doesn't stop the hand reveal, but at least, it takes it off the board for a turn for you to deal with. Blue Impulse. This card is mainly for, anything that can spam out on my turn. So this mainly was included in case I came across any King Piccolo. Luckily I didn't. That was good. But there were certain other decks. I think what deck was it now? Let me have a look. There was a certain deck I did side it in against. Let's have a look. Jiren, that was it. Yes, of course. So I put Blue Impulse in against Jiren. Fantastic sideboard card for that matchup as well. And any matchup that I think you could play a lot on my turn, I want to make sure that it's not there when it gets back to your turn. Dirty Burst. This card was huge. Mainly for Sin Shenron matchups, in case it was Sin Aggro. And for, again, U7. Stops the 8-drop and stops the Secret Rare. I think that was mainly the matchups I used it in. Again, I'll go over my matchups. Based on how long this has gone on so far, I'll do matchups in the following video. And it allows me to go into more detail and not feel, pressured by time or anything like that as well. So yeah, Dirty Burst. Huge sideboard card, specifically for U7 and Sin Shenron. Tapion. This card is amazing. I absolutely love this card. I realised that blue does not really have any outs to Wish Zamasu. So I went onto Deckplanet, I searched negate the skills or something like that, some phrase like that in blue, to see if there were any sort of cards that I could deal with the Indestructibles, and lo and behold, found Tapion. Told all my friends, was like, look, if you're playing blue and you're scared of Wish Zamasu, Tapion, that's the one. And to be fair, it does also have its uses against Sin Shenron. If they're playing the control variant, that uses the 9-drop, you can negate the skills, remove the 9-drop, they don't get the draw or the ball back. Tapion, absolutely one of my favourite MVPs of the weekend as well. Definitely came in clutch, and I don't think... it might start to pick off now, but at the time, no, I haven't seen anybody run this, and yeah, came in huge. Borgos punishes untapping, put it in for basically if I come across Soul Striker, which I absolutely did because blue was everywhere, and then Golden Freezer as well. Not as safe to use against Golden Freezer, but still pretty good card against set 1 Golden Freezer as well. Gotenks Unison. I originally ran this card on my side because of the 3-drop slug that stops draw. So it affects my Boo Unison, which is my only draw in the deck on the backside. But yeah, not many people that I saw were running the 3-drop slug anymore. I don't know if I said the slug Unison, but 3-drop slug in rest mode, 20k barrier, can't draw basically. It stops your opponent from drawing. This is my only out to sort of barrier cards. If I'd come across an AOD, for example, that runs both the slug and the Babidi. This card would have gone in. Didn't see any of those matchups. I did, however, put this in. I almost took it out because I didn't expect the slug, but I did keep it in because of the new 6-drop negate. Blue, SSG Goku, whatever it is, Miraculous something or other. 20k barrier, triple strike, deflect, all the keywords. When it's in rest, it's a deadly defender. This would happily clear that, so yeah, that's why I kept this card on the side.
and then I forgot to use it when the time came that I needed to side it in, but we'll get into that, that's fine. Iskai, very generic. If your opponent plays a card on my turn, well, if an opponent plays a card on my turn, they have to bottom deck a card from their hand, not once per turn. So this went in most yellow matchups and a couple blue matchups really, mainly to hit things like Mega Freezer Riposte and yeah, Steadfast Assistance, anything like that that plays on my turn quite a lot. And then the Realm extra card, I only had this as a one-of. I could definitely find a way to bump this up to 2, I imagine. I don't know what would come out, but this card was really good as well, actually. So it's kind of like the blue... I mean, I don't really want to run any cards that are black in case they ramp into my energy. I don't run Xeno super combos, I can't fix my energy like that, and that delays my boo. But yeah, this card is like the blue variant of Max Power Kamehameha because it removes, well, it's 10k boost for 1, which is great. If it's my turn, it removes higher than energy cost battle card, which is fantastic against things like Sin Shenron, Gogeta Xena, something like that. If it's your opponent's turn, you can draw 1 and bottom deck a 2 or less, which I mean can come in handy. It came in handy against 18 mil actually, just to remove you know, the little Android 16 that makes extra tokens. But yeah, I'd mainly side this in against aggro matchups. Yeah, it was a surprising MVP. It's more because I had a space, didn't know what else to put in. Got recommended this by a friend playing Blue Bojack for the same sort of reason. And yeah, very good card. Could possibly find a way to bump it up to 2, but I don't know what would come out, to be honest. Would have to think about that. But yeah, those are the sideboard cards that I used. Hope that is okay coverage of the deck for you. Like I say, I'm going to go into the matchups that I had through the day in the next video, I guess, which I'm going to record straight after this anyway. I'm going to have to cut this down a bit because it's already pushing 17 minutes or so, but that's fine. We'll make it work. If you liked what you saw, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment, let us know what you want us to do here at Deckplanet. You know, it's the only deck builder around. Shout out to all my teammates for testing with me. Shout out to my teammates who, you know, work on Deckplanet. Absolute great guys, all of them. Yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.